Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope everyone's having a great day today. I certainly have had fun this morning. I have been playing with coffee staining papers, and I watched a video by Carolyn from Carolyn on the Hill. I'll link her channel below. If I can find her video, I'll link her video below where she also coffee stained some papers. So this is what I use. This is just one of these big buffet pan kind of things, and you can get these at the Dollar Tree. I got this for free because at my church, whenever we had something that we used the chafing dish for, they double these up because it's not, you know, if it's full of food, they're not really they're too flimsy. So we always double them up, and I always get the bottom one, which is nice and clean. So anyway, but like I said, you can get them at the Dollar Tree if you want. So I did various different things based on what Carolyn had showed us, and some were a good success and some were not. But that being said, I still have paper, and it's still good paper. So yeah. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I do have some more I'll have to grab in a minute. But let me just show you what I used and how it came out. Now, this didn't come out so good. This is this was this bubble wrap. It's different kind of bubble wrap. It's the one, like the bigger one, like this. And I'll tell you, if you have something light like this that's sitting on, it's not going to do any real job. You need to weigh it down to have the imprint come on. So this was when I did that, and it actually blew off when everything got dried. That blew away, and it wasn't even sitting on it anymore. There's a little bit of the honeycomb in there, but I did get some good stains, so there's that. This one right here, if you can see, it's got these little grid pattern thingies in it. Now that one was made, and I hope you can see this, it is a piece of, I don't know what it is. My sister got it for me in a trip to Asia. It's like some kind of sisal fabric-y stuff, but it's got like the grid pattern. So I did put this on this, and I did weigh it down because, again, this can blow off. It's just too, and I'm just talking, I'm not talking about, you know, gale force winds. I'm just talking about a light breeze. So you got to keep that in mind if you're going to do this outside. Now this one right here, I hope you can see this. Can you see this butterfly right here? Okay, that was done just by laying this plaque. I showed you these. I got these ones to use on my jelly plate, but I thought, let me just use it on, see if it will work, and it sure did work. I've got a beautiful little butterfly on the front of that page. And then this one here is the other plaque, is this right here. This isn't quite as, what's the word? It doesn't quite show as much as the butterfly did, but this is this plaque that I also got reduced at Dollar Tree for my jelly plate, but I thought I'd use it on the paper. Now this and this are beautiful. Can you see this? These are lace. I have one of those big plastic lace doilies, and so I used it on that, and it came out absolutely stunning. I love these so much. These are so beautiful. And I want to tell you, the paper that I used for these is paper. Let me see if I can get it. Hold on a second. I'm going to be getting up a lot because I'm not prepared. Hold on a second. All right. So it comes like this. This is the paper. You can get this at IKEA. At least you could get it at IKEA. I'm sure you still can. It is children's drawing paper for some kind of easel thing where you load it and then the paper comes up and they can just tear it off and pull off more. This is wonderful paper to use for coffee dyeing paper. I thought I'd give it a try, and it's fabulous. And I'll tell you why, because it is a lot sturdier than copy paper. When you get copy paper wet and you pick it up, it can rip. This stuff does not, and it's just wonderful. So that's the lace one. Then I got into some stenciling, and the stencils really worked well. So this is a stencil with all these words on it. Love it. This is a bunch of stencils. This now is a bunch of stencils I had recently got. Look at that, like the shattered glass. And then there's this pattern here. The stencils did not blow off. Because they're thin enough and they were laying directly on the paper, they didn't blow off. So that was good. And then I've got this one here. I love this. I love this stencil to begin with, but just the way they came out. Now this one here is not a stencil at all. This, if you watched my haul video, I had a piece of paper that had all these little tags punched out, and you just punch them out, like little die cut things that you punched out. This is just, I used the negative space from that, what was left over after I punched out all the things, and I used that as a stencil, and that worked. Now this I know you're not going to be able to see, but right here there is a little bit of white, and again what happened was it blew off. This one too. These I actually used fabric lace, eyelet lace, like a cotton eyelet, and you know it was really wide and everything, but they both blew off also. And I don't know if you can weight things down and have things work. This one, I'm not sure what these two were. Yeah, I'm not sure what these ones were here. This looks like it might have also been a piece of lace. Now, I'm so unprepared. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to give you some homework while I am gone. Okay, read these words. I'll be right back. I've got to go get my other ones. Okay, bless you if you're still with me. That was so wrong. It's such a pain. I don't have a way to stop a video and start it other than making two videos and putting them together, and that is just takes forever to rend those. But anyway, so here's my second batch that I did. Now this one didn't come out as well as I had hoped. I had put something down and hoped that it would print, and it didn't do a good job, but I love the coffee staining on it anyway. Like I said, if they don't work, you still have a great piece of coffee stain paper. This one's kind of cool here. If you see this image here, this was some kind of, oh, I know what this is. This is indigo. This is leaves from an indigo plant. We have an indigo plant in our backyard, and I just went and got my little scissors and snipped some off, and I just laid it on there. This one you may not be able to see. There are very fine little white lines in here. This was some kind of very wispy, kind of hairy looking plant that I laid on it, but I think it was so light that it didn't, you know, only the very tips were on there. Okay, here's another one or two with the lace doily. And the doily is so big, I actually put the papers together. Well, they were like this, and put the doily on. So, yeah, beautiful. This is a different stencil here. This one, I'm not sure what was on this one. Ugh, they're just so beautiful though. And listen, I love that sound. I'm not sure, whatever I put on that one, it didn't work. I didn't leave any plain, so there was something on every one of them. This one, okay, this might have been I tried to use a hydrangea flower like Carolyn did, and that might be this one. It didn't work that well. It showed up more when it was wet. That might be that one, I'm not sure. And then here, this one, you can see this part here. Okay, the stencil on this one did blow off, but it's kind of cool because I got this line here with the stencil part here and just coffee stain here. I mean, how can you go wrong with coffee staining, right? And this one I love. This was a smaller stencil that I put on, with these butterflies, and then the rest is just the coffee stained. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is the hydrangea right here, this one. And if you look closely, you can kind of see the little leaves from the hydrangea. But what I did was, after I had coffee stained the paper and laid it down and put the hydrangea down, I flicked the whole thing with some more coffee, so that's why you've got all these darker, like, rivulets. Is that a word? This one was leaves, and they didn't show up, but there are white spots. Okay, right here you can see a leaf, right here. There's a leaf right there. And there's pieces like here and there, like here's a piece of a leaf. Again, I think it was too light weight-wise. This is a stencil right here. Here's another stencil. And here's another stencil. And you can see the corner where the other stencil blew over on it. So my thought on this, and this is a big old stack of coffee stained paper here. My thought on this is this. The stencils absolutely worked the best for me. And also the plastic doily thing worked really well. As for anything else, just try it. You might be amazed at the results. Just look around. Anything you might put on a gel plate or anything would work. My only thing that I've learned that I'm passing on to you is, use something heavier that's going to stay on the paper and keep the paper where it is, because even the slightest breeze is going to blow, something like this or the bubble paper off unless you've got it weighted down. So, yeah, so that's it. Super fun morning doing this. I mean, it just takes a few seconds to put this stuff out. The most of it is just being patient to wait for it to dry. And so I was working on some other projects, and so in between, I would just run down and check on it. So, guys, give it a try. It's lots and lots of fun to do it. And look how much great paper I have for journals now. Simple. And everyone can make their own because they all have different stuff. We all have different stuff to put on there. So I hope you liked this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. And until the next video, I hope you're all truly blessed. Bye-bye.